people might also interpret things however they want, and they're taking too much blue out of those curtains.
That's true.
What?
Spin syllables, soliloquies so simple as these. It's Frickin' and Rappin', a podcast with a purpose. I'm King Cooper here with Alex, Flizzo, and the Ben. Today we're celebrating reaching 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Woo! I'd like to thank God, of course. Mom and Dad for my birth. After that, it's been all me. What about you guys? What was your name again?
Why?
I
just need something to stroke my ego, I guess.
I want those people to comment because I want to know who's like.
Please
I don't
leave
know
more
1,000
comments.
people.
I
So
don't
it's not
know.
like it's people that we know. Like we're not
Six?
that popular to like
Hi,
know
Tim.
a lot of people.
Hello,
Yeah,
Tim.
like,
Hello, Josh, perhaps, or has he already dropped out?
I think Josh gave up.
I think the Duchess maybe still. My queen no
I think,
longer keeps up with it.
Yeah.
That should tell you something.
Maybe some of my MySpace followers. Maybe.
Oh, it's good that your MySpace is still going.
Tom,
I think
Website's
MySpace
even
actually
still-
made a comeback.
My MySpace and LiveJournal. Yeah.
Tom Stoll,
Why?
my friend.
Oh, whoa.
Tom's
What
everybody's
about
friend.
Dead Journal? That's where it was at.
Oh my goodness, we can't hear
Hey,
such
do
things.
you want to shout out your Tumblr?
Yeah, shout out to my
Did it-
Tumblr. Tumblr username / drawing my life away 124.
Does
Did
Tumblr
Oh,
you
yeah.
actually have a
Pinterest.
Tumblr?
I don't know, but that's just always the username for everything.
I mean,
So-
when Tumblr removed those corn, it really hurt them.
There's
Corn.
been
Well, I
a
think
got the
Reddit
juice.
like went in and went
Took
in
over.
on that
Yeah.
vacuum of power.
Reddit took over its corn base without a hard.
There's been
Oh,
a
yeah.
theory of how that kind of shook the world, and perhaps maybe the woke movement came out of Tumblr dropping that from their website, that those people then needed to go into society and other means like Reddit or Twitter, and they started making
deviant
waves.
art wasn't enough for them.
Mm-hmm. So I thought this episode we could remember our favorite moments, like remember my bird rap, Hootie Screech, the 4x6, spoiler for later, and Zimmy Zam Boomafoo, our catchphrase.
I don't know. I still do like what was it? The rapping. And I guess that's why you do have the bird.
Yeah, that was the reason I did it in the first place.
Rapping like a
Yeah.
raptor, like a dinosaur.
Well, that's an idea for the future.
Related
that's
to
almost
birds?
impossible.
Rapping
You can't
raptor.
tell.
Well, yeah, there's no
You
idea to
can't
tell what
decide how
dinosaurs sound.
dinosaurs sounded.
Well, they probably sound like birds.
They might have spoken English. You don't know.
I can tell you for a fact they did not speak English.
They
that
did not
much
speak
I
English.
We do
Hey,
know
we're
that
gonna-
much.
It was
No,
clearly Dutch.
we can't
Come on.
know.
They-
and we're going
they,
to get into that
it could've
theories
been
of
something like
knowledge
Dutch.
later on.
No, we can know for a fact they did not speak English.
No.
I mean,
All right,
Why?
so
Because
what was?
all the dinosaur writings are in Dutch currently?
So wait, what's it? Pangea? So they spoke Pangean?
They could have spoke Sumerian. We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the most likely.
I
That they were the writers of the Dead Sea Scroll.
have they found
If movies about
dinosaur-
different cultures have taught me anything, it's that everyone speaks English, so I can understand it.
So you know the movie
Yeah.
Babel? I tried to watch it once, and didn't have subtitles turned on. Babel
Oh.
is all in different languages,
Like
so
the
I had
Tower
no
of
idea
Babel.
what was going on. I
Yeah,
thought
man,
it was some type of reference to Babel, like the way people could communicate.
When you're watching a movie and you have subtitles turned on, and then the subtitle says "speaking in other language," it's like, yo, makes me want to
Well, I
break
think
that
that's-
movie so bad.
That's intentional though, because you're not supposed to know.
Then
Well,
don't
yeah,
put a
that did
subtitle.
Or when it says,
I mean, they have to because
well,
it's
is
not
it-
for people who can hear; it's for the hearing impaired.
there's closed
ultimately, so
captioning and
They
subtitles.
need to know they're
are
not
two
speaking.
there are two different things. It's closed captioning and subtitles. I forget which is
But I mean,
better?
as
Can you
we've
tell
learned
us
in
the
the past,
difference?
people
Um,
take advantage of things that are
Oh.
designed for handicapped people.
So
One-
the difference
Yeah,
is closed captioning is provided by a service from somewhere,
Oh.
and
Mhm.
subtitles are provided by whoever made this thing.
Yeah.
I think that's
subtitles are just
I could
supposed to be
be
the
wrong.
writings
Like
of the
dog.
words that you hear, whereas closed captioning explains things like violin music playing and things like that you can so you're aware of what's happening in the scene.
Yeah, except if you cannot hear, you don't know what violin music sounds like. So when it says upbeat song plays, what good
but
is
if
that?
Mr.
But
Holland's
you know what
I
Opus,
like
upbeat
when closed
means.
caption gives you emotion. Like if somebody sighs angrily. What does that mean if you just read it?
but if Mr. Holland's Opus has taught us anything, you can feel the music.
Mr. Holland's Opus has
certainly.
taught me nothing.
Well, you never
same.
It's
felt
a good
music
movie. You should
before?
watch it.
You have to be taught that.
Because I've never seen it.
Oh,
Very
Yeah,
sad.
I've seen
Very,
it.
Classic.
very moving movie.
But I
you
do
felt
want to see
music
Gladiator
before.
2. Talk about Gladiator 2 and how
I hear-
awesome that looks.
Well, yeah,
I
they
hear
I didn't think
stole
it looked
my
awesome at all.
outfits.
I hear it's
That's how
epic.
awesome it looks. I
Apparently,
don't
the way a
know.
lot
Is
of
that
people
what the
described it.
advertisers
More
were
of that
telling you?
nostalgia baiting,
Yes,
and
A lot of critics and stuff were describing it as epic, and it's designed to be an epic,
It
like the way it's
really makes
presents.
you
So
feel
it's really
like a
weird.
gladiator. So every generation is the last of a dying breed. Hashtag 80s kids, hashtag 90s kids, hashtag millennials, hashtag zoomers, hashtag Gen Alpha. We are the last
I
of a
mean, no,
nation.
there's only one last of a dying breed.
Who is the last of the dying breed?
Of which breed?
dodo?
I mean, you're saying each generation. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more
Each-
millennials out there. They're not a
Well,
dying
I'm
breed.
saying that each generation is a different breed then at that
Yeah.
point.
There's no more
Yeah.
millennials being born. They're
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
dying at this point.
And that they're distinctly different from each other. Because as a millennial, I have a problem that I grew up with cell phone plans, and you'd have to wait 2 years to get like a discount on your new cell phone. And that way it was sort of free, but you had to sign a 2-year contract. Now my screen's been broken on my phone for a while, but I still need to get those 2 years out of it because it's just how I
do
was
miss
raised.
those 2-year contracts because you could get like a pretty good phone for next to nothing. I remember I got a phone and a TV for like $1
Oh,
That's a pretty good deal.
for signing up.
That sounds
Dude,
like a
you're
phones
saying-
were
5
basically
discount.
free.
You're saying
With that
you're
deal.
subsidized. You got to pay through the
Well,
time.
yeah,
like,
yeah. I
So
mean,
you're
yeah,
saying
you pay over
subsidizing
time, I
your
guess.
phone had ruined your concept because you're going to pay for it either way now. Get it when you need it. I actually
Yeah,
wait,
but I
buy
just-
it
Yeah,
next
but-
week because stuff's supposed to be
I just-
cheaper.
That's
But
what I do need to buy it
layaway-
next
That's a
week.
scam.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
heard
the
that
phone-
It is a
Amazon might
scam.
actually be charging more during Black Friday deals
No,
because people
there's
just
still
shop.
apparently if you go to the phone store and they tell you no, wait till next week. It's still
Actually, so
Like I know
The-
Google
the
has like
best-
sales, like real sales on Black Friday, but
the
I don't know
best
about
Black
that.
Friday
yeah,
sale
there's still
I
some
ever had
fruit phones.
was when I bought a
Fruit phones have been
car
sold.
that they gave me a television.
Oh, that's pretty good. I thought you were going to get a turkey
bought a
with the car.
No,
But enough about Thanksgiving. That'll be next week.
We're not talking about
on to
Thanksgiving. We're talking about
Shakespeare.
shopping.
Shakespeare this week is
bought
the
a lot
Comedy of Errors. This will be Antipholus of Syracuse. He says, "Am I in earth, in heaven, or in hell? Sleeping or waking? Mad or well advised? Known unto these, and to myself disguised. I'll say as they say, and persevere so, and in this mist at all adventures go."
Most
Too
people
big.
describe Syracuse as heaven.
Well, this was the ancient Greek Syracuse, and it's
Not
more heaven
Syracuse,
as
New York.
"Am I alive?" I suppose.
That's the only one I know of. Orange
The
Men.
So
New
yeah,
York one?
how do you know you're alive and not just a computer program?
How do you know?
What
You know.
makes you alive?
What does make us alive?
Oh,
If I am
Between being
thinking,
a-
So there's
Between-
actually a conversation like that on the Venture Brothers when the doctor is looking for the boy's soul and he finds a computer that has all their memories are uploaded onto it. So this conversation of what is a soul? Is it there
Well,
are
yeah,
supernatural build that doctor finds from the supernatural is soul, or is it all their memories uploaded in the computer?
but
Mhm.
That's
apparently that original
They used
I
to
think
clone.
therefore I am thing, if you break it down more directly, apparently it's I am capable of thought. So it's like, yeah, if you're capable of thought, that's what makes you I guess,
Alive.
exists. But
Yeah.
like we are
And-
teaching
yeah.
computers to be able to have thought, though.
But
So
I think you're alive if you're
Well,
alive in the
that's-
moment, and that's where I felt like the Venture Brothers computer thing is not the infinite, and that's why it's
They were
yeah, sure, you
infinite.
can have all these
They would clone them.
memories. Yeah, but you
So-
can't, like, a computer can't have all of your information. Like, I don't know, however,
Yes, it
what
can.
feelings went through your body during a nervous or
I'm
embarrassing
pretty sure
moment.
my own brain can't comprehend all of my information at the same time. Like,
Well,
You ever
yeah, you're
have,
not
like,
in control.
a particular smell during fall or
Mm.
something, and it brings back a general feeling you had like 10 years ago, like stuff like that.
Campfires or
But-
a
yeah.
feeling,
What
smell.
about when computers learn to associate that?
Well,
happen.
that's
Could they?
that's predicting the future. We don't know if that'll ever happen. If
It
you're
will
enjoying the show,
happen.
please leave a comment. We'd love for you to join the conversation. Now, this week's rap comes from
If you're
Grip.
enjoying the show,
That's-
please explain to us why.
Hey, because we're awesome and funny and wealthy beyond all dreams. This rap comes from Grip. That's GRIP. Now, shout it out quick. Grip. The song is Hands Up. A kid will learn a song before they know how to read. So if there's nothing in your lines, how are they going to succeed? And that's
is that
why,
the rap?
yes, we try hard. Wrecking your rapping, you must choose one.
I feel like that's a wreck. Like you just said word. Like you didn't like
It rhymed.
what?
The
If
podcast
you just
is
say
not
words,
just saying
that's
words.
still rapping, right?
Karaoke
A kid
is
will
what I
learn a
say.
song before they learn how to read. So if there's nothing in your lines, how are they going to succeed?
Karaoke, because you're just repeating somebody else's rap.
No, that's
That's what
teaching
we're doing.
someone through song.
I
Yeah,
mean, life is
but-
basically
Which is
just repeating things someone else has
Traditionally,
taught
how
you.
fables and stuff are passed down.
Yes, I mean, life
But
is
it's
just
more of a dig
what we've been
at,
taught.
like, mumble rap would be the popular thing, but any sort of pop culture, if there's no substance to it, then what are you offering people to lift themselves up? If
entertainment.
that's what
Entertainment.
you even want to do.
But
Something
people,
to do,
Entertainment.
people are listening to those songs, and
Yeah.
they are taking
distraction.
something to note. It might be
Yeah,
the
but
a
at that point,
negative
people
thing.
people
but,
might also interpret things however they want, and they're taking too much blue out of those curtains.
That's true.
What?
Please take a moment to subscribe or follow the channel.
Curtains.
Alex, while you're complaining about something, is anything else wrecking your week?
What? I want to know more about the color blue.
First,
Oh, he's talked about author interpretation. The author
No.
wrote blue curtains, so that means they're sad, but it's not
yeah,
true.
that stuff, and that's
Yeah.
what people interpret too much. But this
Little
week's
Princess
wreck
Depression.
is
Exactly.
car headlights.
Car headlights are wrecking your week because they're
They
too
wreck-
bright
You ever-
and it's dark
Well, no.
out, or you need
They
to
wreck
When
replace
was
my
the
them.
last
day
time
a
you had to
lot.
replace a headlight?
Never, and I don't think I ever will. Like, I'd have someone
Oh.
else do it.
I just did it
Why?
today.
You did it today?
Long story.
But like the
Alex smashed
cavity that
his.
it provides you to put your hand to replace that is not enough space.
It's
That's how I feel about
It's
depends
all
on the
car
car.
work.
Depends.
Yeah.
Like some is much easier than others.
Yeah, but like
What
they
you gotta
should
do
be
is
some
get
sort of
yourself a
universal
full-size
easy.
truck, my friend.
Nah, Lincoln
No.
Town car,
Yeah.
plenty of room.
No.
Get a
No,
jacked up 20-foot high truck, and then all you have to do
It
is
just
reach
comes from the
forward
bottom,
to
yeah,
change the
right.
headlight.
Ugh.
And then you
So
gotta
you had
get,
to change your
pain.
headlight, and it
you
was
gotta get
cramped.
a big
Also,
grill with
the price
all
of
your
headlights has
fog
gone
lights
up.
in there. Isn't
The
that
Price of
$40
everything has
single
gone up, my
Yeah,
friend.
That's
A
called
single
inflation.
LED light is $20
Yeah, it's been that way for a
That
while.
seems
Oh.
like
for one
it's
headlight.
been that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't have to replace headlights that often, then I guess.
Well, that's the thing
But
with
you ever
LEDs.
see how long LEDs last? That's why they cost more.
Yeah, they
'Cause you don't
like,
replace them as frequently
Oh,
as
they also
the
you can't
incandescent
turn
or
them off.
halogen or
So
whatever.
in theory, they would die faster than the old headlights because
yeah,
You
you
really
also
can't
can't touch
turn them
them.
off.
well,
They
you
get hot.
shouldn't. You should never have touched your headlights.
Yeah. No,
Mm.
but like when you're taking it out of the package, if you get your skin oils
Yeah.
on them, they'll burn out faster.
I mean,
think
not
that's like
that
all
you should
much.
lights,
never
though.
have got your. But yeah, you shouldn't get your skin oils on any headlights because it would cause like smudging and not work as well.
Ah.
I know, but I'm just saying, like the way they're packaged to have,
Look, keep your skin oils to yourself. While we're on Alex's rec, we'll continue Marcus Aurelius's meditations. This is number 3. From my mother, piety, generosity, the avoidance of wrongdoing, and even the thought of it. Also, simplicity of living, well clear of the habits of the rich. So one thing to note there is to avoid wrongdoing, even the thought of it. But if Flizzo would like to join us in class, it has been decided he's done with headlights.
So,
anything happened this week in history?
so this week in history, in 1783, in Paris, France, the first free flight carrying people in a hot air balloon occurred. Some brave souls decided that they should fill a little balloon and a basket and then fly up in the sky and let go of a tether and free fall.
Land? Oh.
Yeah, they landed.
Okay.
Well, do you ever see a hot air balloon land? They don't land where they're supposed to.
It's rough, yeah. I can't imagine doing it for the first time.
Oh, yeah, you can't control hot air balloons. You can put them up and you can put them down. You can't go left and right. Like the wind does that.
You don't decide where you put it down either.
Normally
you can decide when
the way
you
they
start
were
to put
having
it down.
hot air balloons, they would have them on a tether, and then just it would be for observation. So they raise up, somebody looks out. Oh, there they go.
Also, I don't think there's a soft landing.
Back down.
Don't they kind of just
What the
when a hot air balloon comes down?
Hot air balloon in general.
There's a soft. If you have the right weather conditions, you can get a soft landing. But
I would have thought hot air balloons were older. I would have thought hot air balloons had existed for longer. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
maybe in some form.
That was just the first one without a tether, like a free.
But they used to just hold a rope while they did it.
I would have thought you would if you would do something like that now, within years, somebody's like, "Sure, I'm gonna start raw dogging this without the tether. I'm just doing it." People are just gonna go and do it the way they are. Like they're not gonna.
Isn't raw dogs the word of 2024, right?
No, it was runner-up.
No, that was Brat.
It was Brat. Was the word of 2024. Raw dog was nominated and almost won.
What?
Yeah. It
why
changed
that
connotation. That's why.
See, this is why I buy dictionaries, because I don't trust the people in charge of our words. But we'll get back to that later with conspiracy theories. The Ben, did you have anything prepared for this week that you'd like to present to the class?
What do you prefer? Chicken and rice, chicken noodle soup, or chicken stars? Do they taste different? This is random thoughts I have.
Chicken and
rice. I've eaten so much chicken rice, and I'm about to start
chicken and noodle.
It
chicken
again.
and noodle would be the best.
Wait, no. But he's talking about canned, Chris, not just chicken and rice.
This is actually just random things I was thinking of right now.
Chicken and rice in one can? Or canned chicken and rice?
These are all... He's talking about Campbell's. They make chicken and rice,
I don't like rice
and chicken
soup,
and stars.
I like chicken and rice, not rice soup, though.
So I say chicken and noodle is the best of.
Here's a question.
Well, yeah, soup, chicken noodle.
How sick am I? And do I have a grilled cheese to pair with it?
Ooh.
You're super... Because some people go tomato with it.
I'd go tomato with a grilled cheese.
Ew! Tomatoes are the worst thing ever.
I don't like tomato personally, but some people say that.
I'm going to die on that hill.
No, well, tomatoes. You can't because you're an American and you haven't eaten a real tomato, probably.
I'm telling you.
I don't think I've ever eaten a tomato.
Well,
chicken and stars. You're call out of work sick. That's where it's at.
I guess I can see that because the stars
they're too small for me.
No, because you could dip, but the stars of those soup options.
Oh yeah,
stars I think would be the best.
Chicken and rice, I think, is the best.
Chicken and rice has a normal.
Well, at that point, just eat gumbo.
Soup.
I prefer chicken.
Get some sausage and rice.
Yeah, but gumbo has shrimp and
we were given 3 options.
They're just the ones I thought about.
We can't just pick any soup in the world.
This was actually just something randomly.
What soup you prefer?
I was randomly just thinking of this 10 minutes ago. But do you actually? I spent way too much time today reading about apples. Do you know how many types of apples there are?
140.
247.
Do you have a guess?
2,000, I think he said.
Is it 2,000?
I said 247.
There's over 7,500 types of apples.
That was close.
Oh, wow, okay.
So many types of apples. The Washington State University has a whole school and building designed just doing apple research. This
I
started
just
because
ate one of my
Well,
apples I grew
I think that's
yesterday.
when you have
Like-
a man who travels around the country and just throws seeds where he wants,
so
you
actually
get
so
cross pollination.
okay. So this all
Leave
started. I
Johnny
can work
alone.
back to Johnny Appleseed. It started because we're talking about the cosmic apple. You ever have a cosmic apple? It's delicious. It's
Okay.
it's a new designer
Sounds made
apple.
up.
No, it's like
Designer
so
apple?
they did a focus group and they called it cosmic apple because it looks like a galaxy
Well, so
of
So
the
it
way
is
we
made
look
up
at
then.
it.
Spots.
like
Because it has
so
these little
if
spots.
you're saying it's a new apple,
In the sense that everything's made up. So
But then make grapefruits.
they started developing the cosmic apple in '97. It hit the market in 2019. December 1st, 2019 was when it became available in Seattle. Then that was the first place that it
I
was
don't know. This sounds like GMOs to me.
Every
So-
food
Well, that's all the
is
food-
GMO.
Every popular
That's-
like
I saw,
food is
I
basically
saw somebody
GMO at
complaining
this
about like
So-
GMO corn, and it's like, have you ever seen like
Natural
wild
corn?
You can't eat that, or
Yeah,
you're not going to.
edible.
Did everyone else miss the connection that Chris said we were going to get into conspiracies?
I don't know,
Yeah,
just
you want
giving
to
it straight
hop
apple
to the
facts.
conspiracy talk?
And you got to hate
and-
GMOs
and,
then.
and Apple they do about 20 years of market research before and developing of apples before they release them. Like Washington, they have, I think they're now working on its WA68.
So
Look,
let's explain how apples work first of all, right? So like if you have like I have a red Fuji tree outside. If I took that apple and I grew that seed won't taste like that apple that it
That's
came
true.
from.
Yeah,
Apples
grow a different tree.
always change. Like they always change. So
you know
it's
what you should do with
it's
your
a
apple
variety.
seeds? Eat them. Eat
No,
the whole
all right,
apple.
Look, don't
No,
trust
wait.
Big Apple because they have large amounts of arsenic at their disposal. Now
They
we're
do
moving
not
on to
have
the
large
Bible.
amounts. They have small amounts of arsenic. That's wrong.
No, big,
and
big
the way
Apple.
the
Big
way they
Apple
spread the way
does.
they spread the cosmic apple with releases of it was with a touring production of a play about Johnny Appleseed. So when that went around
They
everywhere,
gave out free apples.
that's when the cosmic apple was becoming available to places with the play of Johnny
Well, as
Appleseed.
I said, we don't trust
Just
Big
so
Apple.
crazy of how much goes into an apple.
Crazy that marketing of everything. But that's why you're paying so much for that apple. It literally grows on trees.
It had a
This is Peter, chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And that's why we stay sharp, because the devil
Yeah,
is
but
walking
I
around.
can see a lion when I'm
Stay
walking
ready.
around.
dude. What would you do if you saw a
Not
lion
if it's
walking
stalking
around?
you in the
Right,
tall
like-
grass, man.
Do my
You
best
seen
to
it?
back away.
If you
Hopefully
saw a
did they
lion-
notice me? Did the lion see me?
If you see a lion on the street, what do you do?
Start backing away.
Yeah, you just walk
Maintain
away.
eye
the nearest-
contact.
House.
If
and
it
go there.
starts looking at me, then I'll
Like-
try and get big.
I don't think
That's
that
what I
works
would
for
do.
lions.
Well, it's all I got, unless I
It
have
does
a
not work.
firearm.
But like, what scenario you're just casually walking as the only person outside,
Walking down
and
the
then
street.
there's a lion appears?
Look, I've seen plenty of live
So-
leak videos about places in India where tigers just show up. So
When at
it's
5:30 in the morning, when the headlights are literally blinding when
at
someone's driving down the street,
5:30 a.m. is kind of still night.
I've
Why is the lion driving a car?
No, I'm saying that's as if we're pulling it back. I've gone around a corner and had the poop scared out of me by a
A
deer.
lion?
Oh,
A deer. If a deer was going to
Did you
scare me
wrestle
at
it?
that time in the morning,
grab it.
Yeah,
a lion would
but
terrify
lion-
me.
Deer have antlers, and antlers are designed for goring.
I would. So why I'd be more afraid of a lion than a deer? Lions
I
have
think a deer.
big paw. You would be more afraid of a deer than a lion.
Might be
Have you ever seen
how
confused.
big a
Ask
lion
the
is?
lion if he's lost.
Yeah, like did you pull the thorn from his paw?
You
If
need some milk, fella?
You go around a corner
Yeah.
and just see a lion sitting there. You're gonna just, hey, hi,
He is
Poor
looking
little
for help.
kitty.
poor kitty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no reason he should be there other than he's looking for help. He needs
There is
some
no reason he
tummy
should be
rubs
there. That
and-
is definitely true.
Good point. Moving on.
I mean, the
and
deer in the
moving
morning
backward
scares
to the
you.
recent Tyson fight. I'll reiterate what I said before about a young man fighting an old man. Any of us could whoop Ronnie Coleman, but we treat him as he was because he expanded our universe for what a body can do. This is preserving history. Are Mike Tyson and Ronnie Coleman worth preserving?
First of all, Mike Tyson did it for the payday. He could have knocked that guy out quickly.
I saw many instances of him stopping like mid-motion.
The gloves.
He did it for the payday.
But he stopped. He stopped his hands like.
But if you're gonna fix a fight, that's not how you fix a fight. It would as somebody who's watched
like paralyzed.
No, he can walk.
No, he's just
kind of
weak. I think he needs a walker. No, he can kind of on his own, but
he had a bunch of back surgeries. If people that don't know, Ronnie Coleman was a bodybuilder. He
eight-time Mr. Universe, maybe
something like that. Yeah,
I think he beat Arnold.
No, he was in the early 90s. And
No, I mean more Mr. Universes than maybe Arnold.
Oh.
But the Tyson fight, they were using 14-ounce gloves. Tyson, a professional boxing match, uses 10-ounce gloves. And
it might not sound like with a 14-ounce glove.
Yes, but you can't punch nearly as hard. That's why boxing...
but there were punches that he clearly didn't throw.
Yeah, but he also won the first 2 rounds. Like, he's 58. He won the first 2 rounds boxing.
Yeah, and he was trying to go the distance, but he could have knocked him out very early on.
He could have, but I don't know maybe. Because you don't hit as hard, and you don't know if he would have hurt. He could have put more effort into it and then been more tired.
If Rocky Balboa taught you anything, when you're old, you develop hurting bombs instead of footwork.
So if strength is the last thing a fighter loses.
Fight. I was listening to a wrestling podcast, and they were talking about it. Well, you would have, because yes, as wrestling people know a lot about fixing fights, and there would have been a knockdown early, definitely at least in the first round. Tyson would have got a knockdown, so people would think, "Oh, he can do it! Like, there's a chance! Like, he would hurt him!" And like it would build up the anticipation and hype. It wouldn't just be this.
That's if you're fixing a fight for millennials. This is a fixed fight for Gen Alpha.
That's if you're fixing a fight. I mean, that's the way you would do it. You need to increase people's interest in here.
You got to do it to the audience.
Speaking of fixing fights and conspiracy theories, Pluto not being a planet was a conspiracy. I remember that they tried to make America use the metric system, but we said no because we have a say. And I was listening to the Bible today, and it was giving guidance for what to do in the 7th month. And this is why I harp on October being the 8th month. Our world has been distorted in the name of science, or in Augustus' case, in the name of Augustus. All right, what were you saying?
October's the 10th month.
No, October was originally the
December 8th is the 10th month.
December was the 10th.
Yeah, but the problem is
September.
They added months, but if they changed the names, people would be more confused.
The Pope did. The Pope changed all that stuff.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Highness.
The Pope made us the calendar.
Hey. And the Pope has a lot to say. He's got a mascot now.
He does have a lot to say.
There was so what else did you complain about?
Gold too.
There was other stuff you said in there that
Pluto.
I can refute. That
Pluto,
was also
I think,
crazy.
is the one I started.
About Pluto.
Pluto's a conspiracy.
The only way it's a conspiracy is because, by definition, a conspiracy is more than a conversation between multiple people discussing something.
Yeah, I'm speaking literally.
More than one scientist.
Astronomers did conspire.
Yes, they conspired because they talked about it. Yeah.
The planet.
Yes, they talked.
Well, I'm glad we got that one solved. I guess we can move on.
If you're taking away Pluto, you have to throw all of the Magic School Bus away, and I don't think anyone wants to do that.
I mean,
Amen to that.
Did try to murder multiple children multiple times.
Hey, Miss Frizzle is a saint,
propaganda.
And I won't stand to hear anything bad about her.
I did not see any permission slips in there. Miss Frizzle just like, hey kids, we're getting on this bus.
We got her.
And anybody don't check my history.
The next theory.
And the metric system has some advantages, but
the 50 philosophy. Oh yeah, but that was just that Americans rejected the metric system.
Well,
that's
because
a thing. that there are bodies above us that say, this is the new thing. We're doing metric.
No, yeah,
We're saying the alphabet
guys,
this
guys.
way. We're doing multiplication this way.
That's
this
just
is the month.
use
We
it,
don't
though.
have to go with it.
Change
we can say,
is
this
bad.
is what we
Yeah,
do.
that's what I'm saying. That's because it was trying to put into effect.
It's not bad.
They tried to put into effect when Ronald Reagan was president. And if anybody is the example of change is bad president, it's Reagan. He is the things were so much good. Win one for the Gipper, and things were good in the 40s. Like that's
Rudy.
Ronald
Reagan
Reagan was
Rudy's-
in the 80s.
Yeah, he was in the 80s, but he represented people from the 40s.
The Gipper was in the 40s.
Yeah, back when he was telling everybody he was a communist.
Yeah.
Moving 50 philosophy ideas you really need to know. Number 6 is the Tripartite theory of knowledge. So in here, it's going to tell us a short story about Don is being chased by a murderer named Eric, and he's finally cornered by Eric. And he says, I knew it was you, Eric, but Eric had a twin brother named Alec.
And you know what?
And it was actually Alec. So he didn't know what he thought he knew. And this is where we're going to get into
the Prestige.
Some syllogistic logic I've pulled up on the screen.
A person S
in his
knows...
dialogue, Theaetetus, Plato conducts a masterful investigation into the concept of knowledge. The conclusion he reaches is that knowledge is true belief with a logos. So logos in ancient Greek being something like logic, logos in ancient Roman being the word, and remember Jesus is the logos. So this so-called tripartite theory of knowledge can be expressed more familiarly as follows. So this is the syllogistic logic. A person S knows proposition P if and only if P is true, S believes P, and S is justified in believing P. So because
it'd be 2 and 3.
Because
it'd be 2.
Well, it wasn't
If
Alan,
you believe it, then it's true.
No, but you can believe things that aren't true.
Yes.
Like them,
Pluto
it
being a
becomes
planet.
true.
But it's not true.
Here it focuses on number 3, being whether or not you have reason to believe a thing, or does it end up just being luck, essentially. So in the Comedy of Errors, which we read from Shakespeare earlier this episode, the technique of using mistaken identity, especially identical twins, to question knowledge that is justifiably held, is well known to anyone familiar with Shakespeare's plays. For instance, in the Comedy of Errors, there is not 1 but 2 pairs of identical twins, Antipholus and Dromio of Syracuse and Antipholus and Dromio of Ephesus, separated at birth during a shipwreck. So when Antipholus of Syracuse arrives in Ephesus, Angelo, the local goldsmith, hails him, Master Antipholus. Confused, not having set foot in Ephesus before, Antipholus of Syracuse responds, that's my name. Angelo replies, I know it well, sir. In fact, Angelo knows nothing. According to the tripartite theory, his belief is justified, yet is pure coincidence that his customer have identical twin of the same name.
Well,
So there's pure
different
identical
cities
twins. There's pure coincidence. 2 identical twins have the same names and look alike.
Yeah.
So
Different
are we talking about
city.
4 people or 2 people?
4.
4
2
people.
sets of twins.
2 sets of identical twins.
Oh my God.
Same names.
That all look the same?
And you can imagine the comedy of errors it would create.
How many of them cut off their fingers, though, to look the same as the others?
Well, now I have to move on to math. We could have had fun discussing that, but
We can still have fun discussing
that was
like
grotesque.
like your identical twin. If your twin loses his finger, you have to cut off your own finger. Do you commit that much to your bet?
Wouldn't your identical twin have lost it in the same way you lost it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
doing
any
the same
injury
exact
one
thing.
twin gets, the other twin gets. So the numbers on 24 this week are 9, 7, 5,
How
and
else
1.
are you going to perform the greatest magic trick ever?
By doing math. 9 minus 5 equals 4. 7 minus 1 equals 6. 4 times 6
4 and
equals
6. 4 and 6.
24.
4 and 6.
Final thought, you can do anything you set your mind to. Thank you. God bless. Good night. And thanks for subscribing.
I'm sorry.
Deuces?
Check out Mama of 3 Boutique on Etsy for all your Philly Pride needs. Use promo code WRECKING to save 10%. Find Flizzo on Instagram, that's PHLIZO. Follow Alex on Google Maps. All links in the description. My website, drawingmylifeaway.com.